Hello, this is Joy. I have a page layout that I wanted to do today, and this is an idea that's been rolling around in my head for a couple of weeks and probably about a month or so. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about where you get inspiration from and ideas for journal pages. And I have a book that I actually started keeping, a journal where I started writing down whenever inspiration hit me for whatever reason. I would just record it in this book, and that way I could always have ideas, and I can always go back and find other ideas. And this one is the page, I guess it's upside down. This is the page where I had written down my idea for the hearts hanging from a ribbon, and originally it was going to be love, you and me kind of thing, and talk about my marriage and my husband, and it turned into the Valentine's page that I ended up doing, which I thought ended up being, turning out just great. The other thing that I have to help with inspiration is online you can find all kinds of journal prompts, so and ideas and stuff. So I made this little bag, or I got this little bag, and I like it because it's got my name, Joy, on it, so that's fun. And then I cut them up and put them in the bag. And so there's actually more than just journal prompts in there, I guess. There's also little sentences or questions or what have you. I cut them up, threw them in here, and then anytime where I'm looking for something to inspire me, I can just reach in the bag and pull something out. Like this one says, the last time I laughed was, and then I can use that to kind of build a page on, or everyone wants to know. Right now I am, so I use that for inspiration. And another thing that I use for inspiration is quotes. And so I've got this box where I just started collecting and putting quotes in here. I found them on Pinterest, in magazines. We have what's called the coffee news around here, and I find some great things in there that I put in here. So this also helps me. A lot of times I'll be doing a page and I feel like it needs something, and so I'll go digging through here and I'll find just the perfect quote or phrase to add to my journal page. So that's some of the ideas of what I do. And today I'm working in, this is the journal that I made, and I made the video on how I put this journal together. So I've already done a few pages in here, which I will show later in another, in a post or something. But anyway, for now, this is the page. I want to do a 2-page layout. And one of the things I was going to say, places I get inspiration is from songs. And this page is based on a song. I heard a song, and I've heard it a million times, All the Lonely People, and it just popped into my head, this inspiration for a journal page. And so I decided to use these silhouettes that I cut out of magazines. I chose a couple of them here that I wanted to use, and I always end up lining the back of the pages with wax paper and then with paper towels, because if it gets drippy and runny, which is probably something I'm going to be doing on this page, then the paper towel will catch that, but also the wax paper will keep it from soaking through and ruining other pages. So we're going to get started, and my idea is to basically have a focal point or main silhouette on the right hand side, and then over here have a series of different silhouettes. I've already chosen what I want to use on these pages, and I'm just going to do black with burgundy and this is a burnt orange color, and then do some sprays on tops and some drips and splatters and runs. And so let's get started. I have a paper plate. I just use paper plates for you know, ease, I guess. And then whenever they get really bad, I just toss them and then get another paper plate. So I'm basically going to, one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make this silhouette black. And I guess there's a number of ways I could do this. I could just, like, you know, paint, which maybe I will do on this side just to make it easier. I could spray the silhouette and then stamp it on here, which I was thinking I was going to do to begin with, but now I'm not so sure that that's the route I wanted to go. And I feel like if I just paint it black, then when I spray over it, it might not show up as well. So, I think I may be rethinking this just a little bit. I think maybe I will try to use that as a stamp. And anyway, in these I plan to paint the page and then spray around them. Camera, I apologize, is a little wonkety, and I gotta figure out a way to stabilize it better. Anyway, so gonna get some paint on the page, and I'm gonna do the burgundy and the burnt orange all over the page. And so in this corner I really want burgundy, and then over on this side, and then maybe somewhere in the middle. And then basically I want it to be lighter up in this area because I want it to be light enough so I can write, you know, my words or whatever I'm going to put there. I think I did a better job at stabilizing the camera because it fell over, and the setup I have here is just probably not the best, but anyway, work with what you got. So I want to have it lighter up here so that when I write, you'll be able to see my writing. And of course I plan on doing some accent coloring on here and some drips and things that'll help with lighting this area up as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting the paint. Oh, and as I was saying, I could do this a number of ways. I could scrape with a credit card, I can roll it with a brayer, or I could just paint it on. And I think I'm just gonna go with painting it on and get some paint on the page. So I mean, I feel like I have a little bit more control, I guess, with painting it on. So yeah, we'll go with that. I want this to be somewhat, I mean, this is going to be black anyway over here, and I do like the idea of this being burgundy. And one of the things that I was thinking of doing that I thought would be really cool is while the paint is still wet, doing some mark making in the paint. Now obviously this is going to be black, so you're not going to be able to really see if I make any marks in the paint there. And I kind of want it to be a nice black, but I want to cover the page with some kind of color, because when I do a stamp of the image on here, it's not going to be completely you know, solid. Over here I plan on spraying around a silhouette, so you'll be able to see if we make any marks or whatever in here. And of course you probably don't want it to be too legible, so, and you can do whatever if you do writing, which is what I plan on doing. So I'm just going to use the back of, actually I'll use a different one. The back of this one's kind of fat, and you can use actually a skewer might work just fine. So I'm just going to write in the paint here. And I'm going to kind of write the lyrics of the song, so I don't really know what else to write here. I'm going to write it all together, and then I'll probably overlap a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to do that so when I sprayed my silhouette you would be able to see there's some, you know, writing under there, but maybe not necessarily be able to figure out what it says. And so I'm going to continue spreading my paint, and I'm actually about out of the burgundy. Apparently it's one of my favorite colors. Yeah, I wanted this to be more kind of in the middle. So let's see, I still think, and again, you know, just making marks in the paint I think is a good idea. I've got some tools over here, and of course, you know, if it gets too dry, where won't be able to see the marks, but let's see, where's my other little tool that I'm going to use. And then I'm going to go with the orange, and I kind of want this to blend a little bit, but it's not really blending because I let it dry too much, but that's kind of what happens with art journaling. And acrylic paints, they do dry very quickly, so I'm going to overlap a little bit and put some marks over here. And that's going to be covered up. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, and if I cover up some of the words a little bit, I think that might kind of add some interest in the silhouette. And so yeah, just get some paint on the page basically, and then do some make some more marks. Okay. There we go. Got some paint on the page, got some interesting markings and whatnot in the paint. And as you can see, this dries really quickly. It's already just about dried, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is I'm going to stamp my silhouette. I think I want her going this way rather than that way. So I'm going to lay her down on my paper plate, spread some paint on her, some black paint, although I want to make it a little bit, not too thick, just a little bit wet, so it'll make a nicer stamp. Not too wet, but These are just silhouettes that I cut out of a magazine and laminated. You can use packing tape or any number of other things. I just happen to have some laminate that I've had around for decades and didn't know what to do with it. So we're going to put her right there, and can use a roller. I'm going to use my roller to roll it out. Just to see if it gets a little black elsewhere. I'm not really all that concerned about it. Just want to make sure we get a good coverage for this silhouette. Ooh, I like it. I'm going to roll off my roller, and actually, idea, I can probably use this to put some more black just in other areas, just to kind of carry it out a little bit. And then you'll be able to see some of that through the other silhouettes, and then it'll help tie in the two pages together. So this is a messy prospect, as you can see, but it's a lot of fun. So put this down on just a blank piece of paper. I keep extra paper, copy paper, by my desk, where I will just use it to, you know, block off and spray off, or stamp off, or, as you can see, write to try to see how I want things to look, or what colors, you know, whatever. So anyway, I just use that, and it's so funny because I always thought of it as just scrap paper that would go in the garbage. And my granddaughter, when she was here one weekend, she seen that I had one here with all kinds of stuff on it, and she's like, "Ooh, can I have that?" And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, you want it, you can have it. And she turned it into a journal page that actually turned out pretty cool. Right now I'm just trying to clean some of this black off of this stamp, add some water to it, and then wiping it. Yeah, it's a lot of paint on this, and it wipes off pretty easily, so that way I can use it again for another project. There we go. Oh, get the back. And there we go. So that can be used for another project. So then on the other side of the page, like I said, I have these silhouettes, other additional silhouettes that I want to put. And I think I'm going to do like that one there, and this one here kind of thing. But I wanted the colors to kind of overlap. And so, let's see. You probably really need to get a board. Like I got this board. Let me see if I can show it, where I can put it around my project, because I was spraying everything, making a big old mess, and having a lot of fun. Decided, okay, I need to protect my surfaces here somewhat. So I've got green, and then I've got orange. So I was going to spray around this one in green, but since orange is over here, I don't want to put orange on orange. So I am going to, let's see, I also have yellow. I think I'm going to do green. Nope, yellow, green, orange. How's that? Yep. So I'm going to spray around this image an orange. Then lift that up. And probably not showing up as much as I would like it to. But I wonder if I could get a ghost image on this other page from this. That might be a good idea. Well, sorta, not really tell, you can't really tell so much, but a little bit. Just gonna pat it and then clean off my silhouette. So you can kind of see the image. Not as much as I had, like I said, hoped that you could see it. So, and it's running everywhere. And of course, these are the things, the chances that you take with doing art journaling. So I think I'm gonna probably do something else. Let's see. Thought that'd be really cool if I get the spray inks, and then when they overlapped, you could see the different silhouettes, but that's not enough coverage for me. I really kind of wanted to get more coverage than that, so I'm gonna put her back on here, about the same place. And let's see, get a different orange, and let's try that. Okay, let's see. So when you're painting on a stencil, you should always paint outwards, away from the stencil, so that you don't get paint underneath it. Let me see, I do like that better. You can see the silhouette better, and so I'm going to go with that for now. May end up changing it up here a little bit, but we'll see. How it turns out. And if I feel, I still am not too crazy about the fact that, whoops, don't get too much on your paintbrush either. Still not too crazy about the fact that it's not covering up the scribbles and all that enough for me. So I may end up having to go around this with something else. Let's see. Or maybe it'll be fine. I'm just going to go with it. Oops. Getting caught on my bracelet. And I'm running out of paint, so I'm going to have to get some more. And mainly, I just want to have a good impression of the silhouettes so that you can see that, you know, there's a silhouette of a person there. And so let's see. Pull that up and see how that looks. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Much, much better. I can definitely see that. And again, I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. A little bit too much there, but that's okay. And here can be cleaned up. I'm gonna try the green, and if it doesn't work out, we'll do something else like we did with the orange. So let's try the green and see how that goes. Maybe this will give me better coverage. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I like it. Let's see. I mean, I like how it seemed to bring that out more, but wow. Again, very, very light, isn't it? Can't really hardly see the silhouette. I don't want to spray too much. Let me try it again. Just try to get a little bit more on there. There we go. That's better. Oh, I do like that. Oh my goodness. And see, this is what I'm talking about. My paper. Went and pushed this on my scrap paper to clean it off, and look at the ghost impression I got of that silhouette. Is that awesome or what? That is cool. May end up using that in something. Okay, so then the last silhouette, and I'm going to give that just a second to dry. I'm going to use my heat gun. And I really like how it seemed to pop out, this other one. Pretty awesome. Okay, so the last one, again, she's going to overlap the other one here. Do I want to do it like that? Let's see. And for that one, I was going to use this yellow, or well, it's actually butterscotch, but now I'm not so sure about that because, well, what the heck, let's go with it. If it doesn't work, we can try something else. Isn't that what art journaling is all about anyway, is experimenting? So let's see. Yeah, not sure that really did a whole lot. No. So I'm going to put that back down, try to put it in the same spot. It almost caused my other one here to disappear, which I'm not too thrilled about. Let me pat some of that off. Yeah. Let's see. But I have another. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, do I want to go maybe with the black around this, or is that too much? But I have another spray, and it's the cranberry, Adirondack Color Wash Cranberry. Now this definitely will be dark enough, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose all of this wonderful work over there that we've done. So I think I'm going to try to mask off a little bit that part of it, and then we'll do this. Whoa, too much. Did I move it? I moved moved it, but there we go. Hopefully not enough to cause any harm here. Okay. So now what I can do, let me see, that should have, there we go. Now what I can do is tap and rub to try to not only blend, but blend out. But get rid of some where it just, I overdid it just a little bit, and there we go. Wow. I am very happy with that. That makes me happy, happy, happy. Now I'm almost tempted to try to do a ghost image over here of this one. Don't know, I kind of wanted them to be different, so I wonder if we did, idea, I wonder if we did something like this where it looks like there's somebody behind this one. Let's try that. If it doesn't work, we'll just wipe it off. No big deal. Yeah, not so much, huh? Alright. I will just take my paper towel and I wanted to kind of get some of this burgundy up over here. So what I'm going to do is take my brush, because this reacts to water, and the acrylic paint, once it's dry, it's pretty much there. I'm going to spread this around a little bit. There we go. A bit more water. So, as they say in art journaling, anything can be fixed. Anything can be fixed. So far, I'm liking it. And now it's time for doing some drips and splatters. I have this orange that I put around this silhouette here, but I'm thinking, well, yeah, we better keep that for the drips and splatters, because that can get kind of messy. Well, you know what, we can't, that's kind of in the way for our drips, but our splatters, we'll have to put that back up. I have actually this apricot that I was going to do the drips and splatter, because I wanted a nice bright contrasting color that would really show up on this page. So I don't want to, I want to do some drips, but I don't want it to cover up my silhouette over here too much, and maybe some drips going like across and down, and then we'll do some splattering, and so we'll do that. We'll start with that first. Let's see, let me get, the water is really, really dirty. Hopefully this won't make my paint brown or cause too much of an issue, but we're going to try to go with it. Actually, I think what we're going to do is so try to lift that up and get that to drip down. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's do one more. The drippy part here over to the side. Let's see if I can get this going here. There we go. That makes me happy, 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 happy. Okay. And I need to be careful that I don't, especially on this side, interfere or mess up what I've got going on or what I've done on the other page. So that looks good. Whoops. Let's see. That looks good. We're gonna let that dry for a minute. Okay. So I've got this dry on this side, so I want to do the same over here. I want to get some drips going down. Be it nice to have a little bit here. I don't want it going through the silhouette, but we'll work on trying to get some little drips and then get some going across. So I think I want to go across here first. So we're going to lift this up. Get my water over here. My water is like really bad. Pretty black, but anyway, we'll go with it. Get this watery some more. Put some paint right here. Actually, a lot of paint right here because I really want to get some good drips going. And then we'll spray it. See if we can. My water. Get it going. Well, need more water, more water, more water. If you can't get it going, just add more water. Here we go. Now we're going. Now we're kicking. Still, let's see, I want them going, obviously, much, I want them going all the way across the page if I can get them going that far. Let's see. Might need to add some more water. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We got them going now. And if you want to, there we go, get a new path going, you can just go in between. Let's see. There we go, yeah. I like that. So we're going to stop there and soak up some of this on the edge and then dry this a little bit. Okay, so we got that dry enough, I think, that we can start working on getting some drips going down. So let's go in here and try to put some paint across the top of the page. Let's see if we can get it going the other way. And we need to add water. Water, 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 more water. Okay, well, like I was saying before, I wanted to get some drips going down on this side a little bit, but not where it's going to completely cover my silhouette. So I'm just going to be very careful and just try to get a few drips going here. And then try to control, like you can control what happens, but we're going to make an attempt to control. Woo. Yeah. Let's see. It's about as far as I want it to go, so I'm going to cut it off there for that one. I'd like to get another couple of drips going, so I'm just going to kind of try to hold that there a little bit if I can. And for some reason I can't get this drip going. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but okay, there we go. Maybe one more. Okay. Happy with that. Like I said, just a few drips going down on this side, but not so much where it's going to cover everything up. So I'm going to take the time and dry this as well. Okay, so now I want to do some spattering. And I need my shield because I spattered paint everywhere, all over everything, more than too many times. So I know now we need to put up a shield and try to protect our surfaces if at all possible. So I've got, let's see, where's my brush I was using? I think it was this one, yes. So what I'm going to do is get some of this paint and just try to not overdo it. I mean, I don't want big splatters, obviously. I just want some light splattering going on here. Try to pick up a little bit more. And I have this other paint here that I was using around my silhouette. I'd like to get some of that in there, so let's see how soupy we can make that and use that, because I think that would put some nice bright colors. I mean, we don't want it too bright because, you know, it's kind of talking about, you know, lonely people, and so we just want to make it subtle. Okay, I like it. I'm liking this a lot. I think that's good. Over here, I'd like to get a little bit more. I mean, I'm not too crazy about this area. Is a little bit troubling to me. Wonder, let's see, maybe I can like get, I think I will. I think I'm going to try to put this away. I like what I have so far. And I think I'm going to try to overlay going this away with some of this brighter orange paint drips, to try to see if we can, for one, cover up the way this turned out. I'm not too crazy about that, but also to try to add a little more contrast. Let's see, and I like this bright color. It makes me happy. Although again, we don't want to get too many bright colors in here because of our theme is talking about all the lonely people and where do they all come from, kind of thing, in keeping with the song, but still, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have some happy colors in here, right? Let's see. Get that going. Pull it. Okay, there we go. Going over here. That would make me happy too. Okay, there we go. I like that. I like it. But this has got to go. So, clean that up. Do a few more paint spatters if we can. Take a chance and yeah, there we go. Not put up my shield. Just wanted to. Okay, there we go. And we'll dry that and then come back to it. Okay, so now I've got my page done. It's dry. And now I need to decide, well, dry enough, I guess. Now I need to decide how I want to do the writing on here. Do I just want to use my own handwriting and write it on here? Do I want to use stamps and stamp it on? Not sure. So let's see, I'm going to get a piece of paper here and just kind of get an idea. Let's see, if I was to do handwriting and I was to use just a black marker, although, do I want a black marker? Well, yeah, maybe so. I was going to say I could use any other color marker as well in keeping with the colors that we're using, but I think this is going to work out. So if I was true, I was going to do my writing up here. I could do that, which is like standard basic handwriting, or I could do some kind of a print. Not sure. I think I kind of like the print job better than the handwriting. And I'm not sure I want to do stamping, which I could, but it's going to take a lot of stamping to stamp it out. And it's, you know, I wanted more of the song than just the first verse. So I think I'm going to just go with the black marker. Although this one seems to be drying up. Let me see what I have. Sometimes I have to switch back and forth between 2 or 3. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something even better. I just recently got these markers. What are these? Recollections? They got a fine and a medium tip rather than using the big fat Sharpies. I could use this, but I'm not sure. Let me see. And I could use red, which would be in keeping with our layout, even though there's also black on here. That's why I was going to use black, but let me see. See, I'm not sure I'm as happy with that as I am with that, because that's not going to show up, I don't think, as well as if I just used the big fat black Sharpie. So I'm going to go back to that. Alright, so like I was saying, sometimes you have to use 2 because one will start to dry up a little bit on you, and it's a little wet. Let's see here, I'll blot it. There, just a couple of wet spots. So I could do this one of 2 ways. I could write across here, all the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people. And then write down, where do they all belong, kind of thing, which I might do. I like that idea. Ha! Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to start writing it out. this is where I was saying you're probably going to have to switch back and forth. Alrighty, I am happy with that. And you may have to go over some of these letters a few times. I want them obviously black, as black as they can get, as I can get them. And there you have it, a page layout based on a song that I've heard a million times throughout my life, and I really like. And I really like the way the page turned out. I'm going to turn it around here for you so that you can see. Let's see if I can get shot of the one side, and then hopefully a shot of the other side, or both of them together, so that you can see, not too much glare, the page. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some good ideas for your own journal pages, and I hope that you have a good weekend. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.